What is going on, everyone? We are live week 12 in the NFL. Today is Sunday, November 23rd. We have our top 5 games on the slate for today, and then we are going to get into Monday Night Football. No early game today. We are done with those for the season, thank God. We do have a good slate on the docket today. Like I said, we have 5 good games we're going to get into. We're going to start out with an NFC North divisional battle with the Minnesota Vikings heading to Green Bay to take on the Packers. The Packers are a 6.5-point favorite in this one. Over-under is set at 41.5. Packers money line minus 285. Vikings plus 230. Before we get into this, make sure you're throwing any of your questions in the chat, betting questions, fantasy football, anything you got, throw them in the chat, and leave us a like, follow, share, subscribe, wherever you're watching from. We appreciate it. But yeah, Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay Packers in Lambeau today at 1 o'clock. Like I said, 6.5 points, over under 41.5. I like Green Bay to actually cover the number here. I originally said this was going to be a tight divisional game. I thought Minnesota could hang around here. The Packers kind of look like they're going to be this team that plays these back and forth style games. They look dead one week, and then the next week they look like they're back to being Super Bowl contenders. They still have a 6-3-1 record, a very good record. I'm just so off the J.J. McCarthy train. I never really was on it to begin with. So I'm not going to take him here on the road in a divisional spot in a very tough place to play in Lambeau. So I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers. I keep almost saying Minnesota. I'm looking at the Vikings logo. I'm going to take the Packers here minus 6.5. I think they're a great money line leg in a parlay. Green Bay gets the win at home today. We got our first chat coming in, Sean Tucker or Emmanuel Wilson. That's a tough one. I'd probably go Sean Tucker. I think that's going to be a high-scoring game tonight on Sunday Night Football. I think and he's been a touchdown voucher down there in Tampa Bay, so look for him to possibly get in. I was looking at him. I think he's plus 170 or 130. So, MGM thinks there's a decent chance he gets in the end zone tonight. I'd go with Sean Tucker there. But our next game on the slate, another 1 o'clock game, the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Chicago. My Steelers going to Chicago. I think Aaron Rodgers is playing in this game. They haven't really made any official statement unless I missed it. But Steelers at Bears. Bears are the favorite, 2.5 points, over under 46.5. Bears on the money line, minus 145. Steelers plus 120. I know I'm a Steelers fan. I'm going to be biased to the Steelers every week, but I think this is a game where the Steelers win. Tough road game. Rodgers owns the Bears. I'm not really big on that whole narrative. I just think this is a game where the Bears are 7-3. They're not as good as their record shows, in my opinion. I think they're going to drop one here. This is a tough matchup for them against a good defense that's starting to find their footing in the Steelers' defense. Hopefully the offense looks a little bit better, whether it's Mason, whether it's Aaron, whoever's going under center, even if Aaron starts a game and then Mason goes in. I think the Steelers will handle business here. I like the plus 120 on the money line, plus 2.5, however you want to bet it. I think the Steelers win the game. A lot of money's coming in on these Bears, so I like the Steelers here to pull out a win. And then we got another one coming in, Tucker or Kareem. I'm going to go Tucker, start Chase Brown or Tet at flex. Maybe go Chase Brown there because he's really all they got. Him and T. Higgins, they're going to get a heavy workload today. I think how much they're going to be running the ball, that's the question. But I'd go Chase Brown there for Cincy against the Patriots. I know they have a tough run defense, but he could get a lot of receptions. If it's a PPR league, that could be big. Rome and Brees for Jamar Chase. Ooh, that could be. I would probably do that with Burrow coming back. What's this say? Let's see. Number 2, Rashad White or Gainwell. I like Gainwell today. Shout out Aiden. We appreciate that. Let's see. Gainwell or Otten. Let's go Gainwell. I like Gainwell to score in this game. So while we're on the Steelers game, Gainwell anytime touchdown is plus 333 on MGM. Jalen Warren's got banged up in the past few weeks. They love to go to Gainwell on the goal line. Rodgers likes, that veteran presence in there and a receiving back. I know Jalen Warren is. I don't know what the love affair is with Rodgers and Gainwell, but they love to go to him on the goal line. He scored two the past couple weeks, or 2 in a game a couple weeks ago is what I meant to say. But I like Gainwell to score here. So if you guys got Gainwell, throw him in there. I think he's a good flex position starter today. If you got guys hurt, guys on a bye week, look for Gainwell to possibly pop off as a free, little stream starter. Some leagues he's available. I know some of the deeper 12, 14 team leagues, he's getting snagged up. But We're going to get into our last 1 o'clock game here with the Indianapolis Colts, probably the game of the day. Colts going to the Chiefs. Chiefs are 5-5 with basically their season not on the line, but basically on the line here against a good Colts team. Chiefs are the favorite, 3.5 points. Over under 49.5. Chiefs money line minus 185. Colts plus 154. I have not heard a single person say they're taking the Colts here. I'm going to be the first to tell you, I'm taking the Colts plus 3.5. America is on the Chiefs. They think the Chiefs have to win this game. How does the Chiefs season end before Thanksgiving? How are the Chiefs going to be under 500 again, around Thanksgiving? I'm not big on the Chiefs team. I think their offense looks broken. The defense is good. The Colts offense, on the other hand, they could score 40 points in this game. Look for Jonathan Taylor to do what he's done all season. Go crazy, have probably 2 touchdowns in this game. Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, the receivers, and Daniel Jones have looked good. I don't expect Daniel Jones to have too big of a game, so look for the Colts to get their points on the ground. 49.5 points if you're looking for a play on the total. I actually think it does go under in like a 27-20 kind of score. But I do love the Colts plus 3.5. I think they could win the game outright. Look for them, even 24-21. I think Colts could lose. And you'd get that under as well. Colts cover. So I like Indy in that matchup there. Leave any comments coming in the chat. Let's see what else we got here. Ibuka or Pickens? Let's go Pickens. Do you think Jamar Chase is still, let's see, with just Joe Flacco? But yeah, I think even if it's just Flacco, I think you're still good with Jamar Chase. They're obviously Flacco's shown that he's just going to force him the ball whenever he can, get him as many targets, as many receptions as he can. And I mean, if you're a quarterback in that Bengals offense, when you have him as your number one target, why wouldn't you do that? So I can't blame him there. A lot of people saying they like the Chiefs. I don't blame you for liking the Chiefs. Like I think it's a sharp, not necessarily a sharp play, but like how do you go against the Chiefs here? They're going to win this game, 3.5 points. I think it's more going to be if the Chiefs win this game, they're going to get caught by that hook on the 3.5. I think Vegas is going to clean up on that half point. So give me the Colts plus 3.5. I'm not taking the money line. I'm going to say Colts plus 3.5. I think they lose the game by 3 or in that spot where they cover. Judkins or JMO, last one before we get into our first 4 o'clock or our only 4 o'clock game that we're going to cover. Judkins or Jameson Williams. Let's go with Judkins there. Give Shedeur Sanders a little bit of a ground game to work around today in Vegas. But our 425 game that we're going to get into, an NFC East divisional matchup with the Eagles going to Jerry's World to take on the Cowboys. The Cowboys are now a 3-point dog. This was 3.5 when we were on the podcast on Wednesday. Over under is 47.5. Cowboys money line plus 140. Eagles minus 165. I like the Cowboys here. I like a lot of props in this game. I like a George Pickens touchdown. I like George Pickens receptions. He's been absolutely automatic down there in Dallas. Look for CeeDee Lamb and him to get going today. I think this is a lot of points scored, but I like the Cowboys to cover the 3 points / win this game plus 140 on the money line. They're going to get back to 5-5. I'm not big on this Eagles team. The way they're winning games is not, convincing to me. Excuse me. I'm going to take Dallas plus 3. I'm going to take a George Pickens anytime touchdown. Then if you're looking for one more play, maybe like a same game parlay would be fun. Maybe Cowboys plus the points, George Pickens touchdown, and maybe alternate receptions, a couple receptions. I think that'd be a fun anytime or a same game parlay on this one in the afternoon slate. But I like the Cowboys. Let me know if anyone's going with the Eagles here. If I'm crazy for taking the Cowboys, but throw any betting questions, things like that. Give me your lock of the day in the comments. Throw me what you guys are betting. I like to see the other side of things. Obviously, we go through our top 5 games and give out our picks. Let me know what you guys are going with. If I'm crazy on any of these sides I've given out so far, the games we went through. Going back through them, I said Packers minus 6.5, Steelers on the money line, and then the Colts plus 3.5. And then in that 4 o'clock game that we got into, I like the Cowboys plus 3. I like a George Pickens touchdown. I like a George Pickens on receptions as well. And then obviously we have our Sunday night football game. I think this is arguably game of the day right there with that Chiefs-Colts game. Bucks at Rams. Rams are 8-2. Bucks are 6-4. Rams are laying 7 at home in SoFi. Over under 49.5. Rams minus 350 on the money line. Bucks plus 280. I like the Rams here. I don't love 7 points. I think there's a team that could go in and spoil the party for the Rams. It's Baker, who's played for that team, kind of has that little, all he needs is that little edge. They traded him, whatever the situation was when he left there. I think he could spin it into a little, extra motivation going into this game. I think the Rams win the game. I think they're a good parlay leg. I'd be weary, though. I think a lot of people are going to have them to end their parlays tonight. I like the Rams to win the game. I like it Davante Adams anytime touchdown. That's my favorite play in this game. Matthew Stafford has loved him since he's gotten there this year, and I think he continues that connection. Look for Nakua, look for Davante Adams, look for Kyron Williams. I think the Rams are the best team in the NFC, in my opinion. I think they show it tonight in the primetime on Sunday Night Football. Look for the Rams there. But let's see what else we got coming in. Yeah, throw us any other comments you got. We're going to get into Monday Night Football, then our team parlay, if we have one here. I don't know if we have it determined yet. And then I'll give you my mortal lock for the day today. But yeah, here Monday Night Football, we have a pretty good game here this week. Let me pull that up. Where are we at? Oh, it has a Thanksgiving lines posted. That's interesting. I was like, what are these last games? All right, Carolina at San Fran, Monday Night Football tomorrow night, 8:15 p.m. on ESPN. This line has moved as well since we discussed it on the podcast. 49ers are a 7.5-point favorite. Over under 49.5. 49ers on the money line, minus 375. Panthers plus 300. This was an even 7 when we talked on Wednesday. I like the Panthers. I said the Panthers are going to cover this game. I don't know if I love it, seeing the line movement. I lean on the Panthers plus 7 going into tomorrow. It'd be interesting to see if I actually end up betting it, but I like the over in this game. That's what I have circled here, over 49.5. I think this Panthers offense is able to get going. I know this 49ers defense is still banged up. 49ers offense with Brock Purdy back, McCaffrey, Kittle, we know what they're capable of over there in San Francisco. But look for the Panthers to score their points. I think this game's going to go over 49.5 on Monday Night Football. That's my favorite play in this game. Maybe a touchdown. McCaffrey scores every week, so look for him to get in again. But yeah, over 49.5 would be my official pick here if you're looking for one. Going into Monday night, if you're looking for an extra leg to close out your parlay, maybe an alternate over in that game if you like it. But I like over 49.5 in Monday Night Football. We'll go back through the plays I went through here, get into our parlay and our lock, or my mortal lock of the week. I said Packers minus 6.5 versus Minnesota. The Pittsburgh Steelers plus 120 on the money line against the Chicago Bears. The Indianapolis Colts plus 3.5 at the Kansas City Chiefs. The Dallas Cowboys plus 3 at home versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And then I like the Rams minus 7. Probably not the 7 points is tough. I like the Rams on the money line tonight, minus 350. Use it in a parlay. It's a good 2 or 3 leg parlay leg there. And then Monday Night Football, we're taking the over 49.5. A lot of points on Monday Night Football. We got our team parlay for the week. We are going with the Packers on the money line, the Rams on the money line, and then going into Monday Night Football, we will have the San Francisco 49ers on the money line, a 3-leg parlay, quick 3 legs, plus 125. No crazy odds this week. Looking to see one go through. We started out hot. We haven't hit in a couple weeks. Looking to get back on the board here. Plus 125, little 3-legger there. And then my mortal lock of the week is a Davante Adams anytime touchdown. I love it on Sunday Night Football. He's been Matthew Stafford's number 1 target this year. Puka Nacua started out the season hot. Stafford and Davante have been very consistent over the season. Look for him to get in the end zone tonight against that Bucs defense and what I predict to be a high-scoring game. The total set of 49.5, I think it goes over that, but look for Davante to get in. Look for Puka Nacua to get in. But my favorite play in that game is a Davante Adams anytime touchdown. And then obviously anywhere you're watching, leave us a like, follow, share, subscribe. We appreciate you tuning in. Week 12 in the NFL, you can catch all of our plays. Hit the books.pod on Instagram. Hit the books_pod on Twitter. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys this week on the pod for Week 13 preview, Week 12 recap, and then obviously every Sunday going live for our top games in the NFL, right where you're watching us at right now. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys.